Speaking of which, how important or not important is social media in your relationship?
But I know starting off, we is playing around, so I'll put a emoji over her picture and she'll put emoji around. Because we just felt like it was like, what we doing or who we with, it was nobody business or whatever. So we had fun with it. A lot of people were like, man, what are y'all doing? Why y'all keep covering each other up? It was just something fun just for us. And then even if you follow us, you'll know that, everything we post is not, something about our life or what's going on. It's just something fun. That's all it's for anyway, entertainment anyway. So that's most
Keep social media out your relationship.
I think that's why nobody even knew we were getting married until.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, we don't really post a lot about our relationship. We go on there, we joke around, we laugh at each other, and we keep it pushing.
Good.
Okay, so it's not important. That's good. I try to make it not important too, but
Don't start with the shade today.
right.
I really try.
Hey, Stephanie.
I really try not to make it important. Have you all traveled anywhere together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where?
First trip was Atlanta.
Okay.
Y'all went to the strip club?
Nah.
No, we didn't make it.
That's food.
Yeah, see.
Next time.
But we went to Atlanta. We took a couple of trips to Florida, or it was just one.
You came to visit me in Florida, so.
Toronto, New York.
How was Toronto?
Oh yeah.
Toronto was
It was
amazing.
nice, yeah.
That was my birthday trip that he organized, planned,
Oh wow.
showed out.
Okay. Did y'all go to OVO Fest or y'all just went?
No,
We
just
just went.
Okay.
We went before the.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. But
When is your birthday?
July 20th.
Shut up. You and my sister have the exact same birthday.
I can
Juanita,
sense it.
she has your exact same birthday.
Kim, I can sense it.
I knew it.
I'm listening to her talk,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like,
She's
is
a Cancer.
I
I knew
can
that was
sense
coming.
it.
When is your birthday?
August 1st.
He's a Leo.
You a Leo. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, sis.
I know. Thank you.
I know.
Kim, I'm July 2nd.
He's a Cancer as well. He love y'all to death. But you literally have the exact same birthday. My sister's birthday is July 20th.
We're
Yeah.
just good people.
We are.
Don't you love that compliment to themselves?
I mean,
We are good people.
You just don't find, you be the Cancer most of the time. It's just like, I knew it. I'm listening. I'm like, it's something. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
I am surrounded by Cancers.
Greg
Such
Henderson is
amazing
watching,
people.
and he said ATL with exclamation point.
Oh, clearly they had fun. All right. Okay.
That's where I
You know
met
Greg.
him.
Yeah, that was when that was our first trip together, and that was the one we really, got to really spend some time together, or whatever. And Greg was one of the people that, when she left, and I put her in the Uber on her way to the airport. When he left, I walked in the house. He was like, "Where she go?" I was like, "Oh, she on her way back home." He was like, "That's it."
Come on, Greg.
That's it.
Shirt called it, okay? Called it.
A lot of Leos are saying Leos in this bitch or whatever. I like Leos. I do.
I like Leos. You know what's crazy? I'm surrounded by Leos.
Oh,
I love Leos, but they get on my last nerves.
See?
They bossy.
They bossy and
Just so
psychopaths.
bossy.
See, I am a Pisces and I am surrounded by Cancers. Sister, auntie, workmate, best friend, like ex, well, 2 exes, all Cancers. Yeah. Whew. Bless y'all hearts.
So, what when you and you can answer this first. Unhappily married or happily unmarried?
Unhappily married or happily unmarried? You're speaking for the previous?
I'm speaking in general.
In
Not don't we ain't talking about the previous.
Okay.
Previously.
In your opinion, would you rather be in a shit marriage or be single?
I'd rather be single.
Mm-hmm.
Because it drags out too long. When you're in an unhappy marriage, I'm speaking from experience, you're suffocating.
Oh, okay.
You're suffocating. You're like slowly dying, seriously. when you're in an unhappy marriage. For one, you're tied to this person, so you try to make it work. But when you are unhappy and it's not getting resolved for either person, and both people are just unhappy, you're killing each other. You're suffocating, and then it trickles down. So to children, to family members, to friends, like everybody is just suffocating. Like, please get out of this. Like, you killing us.
Another word. Oh, she's amazing. Yeah.
I would never. I waited. Probably. I didn't wait too long because time is God's time.
It is.
But I had to be right. I wasn't going to have an unhappy marriage, so I wasn't going to put myself. I can't control what happens with other people,
Right.
but I wasn't going to put myself in a position to be married and unhappy. So I'm gonna make myself happy, and whatever she brings to the table, that is extra. Did you kind of feel like that as well?
Yeah, I was just about to say I definitely felt like that, and that's part of the reason why maybe some of my family members was like, why this person, why now, whatever, because I actually had a talk with my uncle, and one of the things he was saying that he was like, I could have, had got a divorce and, been with somebody else, but I decided to, stay here or whatever. And I was like, nah, I need to be happy. I'm gone. Like, I can't sit here and be miserable with somebody for the rest of my life or whatever. And I feel like I have to, think with myself in mind first, because I'm going to have to be happy for the kids too. I can't just sit here and be miserable either. So
Yeah, I watched a lot of, unfortunately, within my family, a lot of unhappy marriages. So when I say unhappy marriages, I'm talking they've been married for 15 years plus. And living in a household, my mother was not married to my father, but she did marry my youngest sister's father. And they were so unhappy. And it led us to be unhappy as kids. And I think what warranted me to say that I was suffocating and my children were suffocating is when my son came to me, my oldest, and he came to me crying one day. And I was already upset and depressed, and our children feel that. And he was crying, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? My son is very emotional. He's strong, he's hardcore, but he emotional. And he was like, Ma, I'm tired of this. Can we just go, like, I just want you to be happy. You're not happy no more. Like, I don't care what happens. I just want you to be happy. And it broke me down. And it really made me think, like, I already had walked away and then decided to come back because I was married. But is that enough?
Yeah.
So I definitely would say, after watching so many unhappy marriages, and then myself being into a situation like that, it's not worth it.
Okay.
All right.
Greg has said Keisha's made for this ish. Angelique Cunningham says, yes, I was suffocating. I told your ass don't go back to Florida.
Come on, friend.
And she said your best friend is what? You love us. So what is her sign?
She is a Leo.
She said she was surrounded by y'all. Let me get to her defense. She said she loved y'all. She said she loved y'all. Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
This is always our fun question because we find out the couples either know or don't know.
Okay.
So we'll start with you.
Oh, hold on. The last time.
They didn't know.
That was a little. It was.
No, we're gonna hold. We're gonna give them a shot. Okay. So, what is your partner's love language? Words of affirmation, gift giving, quality time, acts of service, or physical touch?
He has a combination.
Okay. What's his combination?
I would say words of affirmation,
Okay.
physical touch,
Mm-hmm.
and quality time.
Nice. Same question.
I feel like hers will be, I think, the same thing almost.
Okay.
I tell her she beautiful every day.
Mm-hmm.
I tell her she beautiful. I come behind her while she washing dishes or reading or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel like that
So physical touch is clearly a big one.
Yeah.
Okay. Mhm.
I feel like she's a combination of all three too. So
Nice.
That is correct.
I told you, different couples, different things.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't remember what couple.
We
it
don't
was.
remember
I don't
what
know what
couple
couple,
it
but they
was.
was just like, do I know you?
Well, they learned that day.
Yeah.
So yeah, they learned
Yeah.
that day. So
Yeah.
now they could use those tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their
think
happy marriage.
in the talking stage, we kind of went over that.
Oh, not come on. See, that's what I'm talking about. So they took the communication right on up out of my questions because y'all made that very clear very early. Because the thing is that most couples, married or otherwise, it seems like in this day and age, for whatever reason, are scared to have conversations with their partners. Like they're terrified of what's gonna come out or what's gonna say, so nobody just never says anything.
We talked about literally everything from even down to sex. Like, what do you like? How often do you like to have sex? Is
Right.
sex important to you? Is it not important to you? Like, everything, because it all matters.
Yeah.
And a lot of people and a lot of couples don't even like to talk about sex.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a huge problem.
It
Because then you see couples getting together and maybe the man likes to have sex more than the female.
Mhm.
And she's like, I don't really care for sex. I don't really like sex.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big problem because now you're going to go have sex outside.
Yeah,
because
this is true.
he likes sex.
Right.
So it's like we talked about everything from communicating skills to what's your love language? What do you like to do?
Mhm.
Where do you like to go? Do you like drinking? Do you like smoking? Like everything
Mhm.
during the talking stage. Because again, I don't think either one of us really wanted to relive our past. It
Ooh.
was like,
Mhm.
this is big for both of us. So like, we don't want to go back there.
Speaking of sex,
Yes.
someone who Kim and I love and you all love too, Dr.
Yes.
Farida McDowell
Yes,
is watching
Dr.
and she
Mac.
says the McDowells fuck with the Bonds now.
Hey, yes.
And, so shout out to Dr. McDowell.
Shout out
The
to
real
the McDowells. Yes.
Dr. McDowell. So, how this hasn't happened and it won't happen, how do you talk about infidelity? You said if you know the sexual part, you go out. How would the Vons handle infidelity?
So I think we both kind of made it clear that if it gets to that point where you are having urges for other people or you feel like you're missing something, say something. Because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel the same for me. I don't want to get to the point where I feel like, because sometimes for women it's not even just sex. Sometimes for women it's the emotional aspect. I feel like you don't care about my emotions, and then they go seeking for somebody to emotionally cater to them.
Right.
So I feel like before it ever gets to that point, we've already made it clear, like, just say something, nip it in the bud. Like, man, this been a week and I feel like this.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually have been trying not to even make it go a week long. Like, say something that day or the next day. If you don't feel like talking, then say I don't really feel like talking right now, and then maybe tomorrow
Circle back.
we'll circle back around and talk about it.
But is it always just maybe a lack of sex or a lack of communication? I know even Dr. Mack, she said that it's just not, and I just listened to this the other day, that it's just not natural, being monogamous. So how would the Vons handle that? Just the urge, not necessarily, falling. And I've been thinking about that too. It's just like, how do you just kind of nip it in the bud where
to not have the urge to want to have sex
or be with somebody else, or the word that I like to use that Jada Pinkett came up with, entanglement.
Entanglements, to not have any entanglements. I don't know. I feel like both of us are, especially when it comes to like sex drive, both of us are real on the same level. So I feel like that's important too. You want to be with somebody that's on the same level you are as far as whatever it could be in communication, or because you got to be able to talk to your partner anyway definitely.
to know what's the issue and how to fix it and go on from there. So.
And I think the biggest misconception with sex is this. I think that, yes, men are more, I guess the theory would be is that most men cheat. I don't believe that. Because I think exactly what they said. Coach, come on, Charlotte. Charlotte 16, but they've been together for 16 years.
Right.
That's another conversation. But I do think exactly what you said, both of you said matters, communication. Because the thing is nobody steps out on their partner the first time. Like, it starts somewhere. It starts with you talking to somebody at work because something that made you mad, and then y'all start having an emotional tie, and then it leads to something else. And most men try to deny it, but most men are the same way. If you're seeking something outside of your relationship, your marriage, you're trying to find it in that other person. So she might treat you better, or she might pay attention to you more, she might fix your plate before she fixed the kids' plate. It's simple things. But like you said, if we talk about it in the beginning, then it's not going to get outside of the household. So it has nothing to do with the physical act. Like she said, it's all tied to emotion.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that's a big misconception that people try to use. You can be monogamous. It's the level of monogamy that you want. It starts somewhere. It starts with you talking to.
I do feel like also that if you want to have sex with other people, then you just want to have sex with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something you need to talk to your partner about. Babe, like, is there a way we could like fit this in? Are you cool with this? You could possibly sleep with other men. I think it still boils down to communication. Like, what do you really want? And why do you want that? And is your partner okay with that? Like, that's something you have to talk to your partner about. Mm-hmm. But we're pretty good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did y'all do any type of counseling or anything for y'all married?
No.
Wow. Well, by ourselves, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Individually, but
not together, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I want. I want to do some individual. I want to do some individual counseling.
Mm-hmm. Get you a black
You
woman.
need some black man, black brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I just told some people that I don't need no therapist. I go to Jesus, but I think
Jesus is fine. You take Jesus to therapy with you.
You said you go to who? No, just
Hey Zeus. But no, take Jesus with you to therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don Webb and Madeline Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
Both. I said, Keisha, you are made for the mic. And they definitely, I'm thinking that too. I'm like, okay.
She's great.
Thank
good.
you. I appreciate
And
it.
speaking of which, they were supposed to start a podcast.
Yes, we have not launched it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say,
We need a few more months.
I'll say January.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the beginning of the year, it'll be officially launched.
So yes.
Yeah.
Do you all have a name?
It's coming.
Yeah.
Do you all have a name?
KD Vibes. KD Vibes.
KD Vibes?
Keisha David Vibes.
Okay.
Love that. Okay.
And what is it going to be about?
We're gonna talk about everything.
Yeah. Sex.
Relationships.
Kids. Sex.
Parenting.
Twice.
Yeah.
Obviously, we like sex a lot. Okay?
And it's just modern day time. I mean, everything that's going on right now. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Definitely looking forward to it. And Dave sees what we do here and go ahead and buy the stuff and get it going. You all are definitely good.
Yes.
Let's go back to a few years ago to what was the first date?
You asking me or you asking?
I'm asking both of you.
Oh, right. She was
So the talking stage, so let's just be clear. I hit him up. He had forgotten all about me. Little me.
Oh.
No, but
It's
I hit him
always
up.
good to have an aggressive woman.
Yeah.
Women always sit back and wait on the phone call or
No,
the text or
I
the
saw what
DM.
I wanted and was like, yeah, I remember that.
Okay,
I need to circle back. It was more like, I know I wasn't ready the first time, first few times, but I'm on the porch now. You can come get me.
So what?
So I kind of hit him up and asked him if we could, like I told him I would be in town, and is it possible for us to go out and kick it, maybe go out for drinks? And he was like, yeah, we can go on a date. Can I take you to lunch? I'm like, lunch?
Come on, man. See, people always look at me crazy. I am a lunch/coffee person. Yes. I know.
I'm like lunch.
Coffee your ass.
Because I've always pretty much seen him in a kick it environment.
Oh, got it.
Where
Okay.
You've been drinking or smoking or whatever. So it was like lunch. No, you supposed to be like, yeah, we could meet up for drinks. Like, what the heck? I'm like, okay, fine, lunch. But it was actually pretty amazing. We met up for lunch, and our lunch date that was supposed to last for like an hour, it lasted for like what, 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
Where did you all go?
I can't tell you the spots,
Dang,
man.
cause we still be going there.
Cool.
They secret spot. Okay.
Some of my homies be taking their hoes there, so I can't be.
Lord, dang, okay, that just jumped off the box.
Okay. Well, maybe you can tell me once you cut the camera. maybe.
No.
But yeah, the date was amazing. It actually made me look at him in a different light. Like, I liked him. I thought he looked good. I thought, he spoke well, but it was like, and he was a kick it king, but at lunch, it was like, oh, this a grown ass man sitting across me. Okay, and he know what he want.
Mm-hmm.
So it gave a lot of clarity, and it made me want to talk to him even more.
Mm. Was after the talking or kicking it, was he persistent? Like, did y'all always talk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was very persistent.
Okay, men, let me give y'all a hint. Let me give y'all a real hint right now, or whatever. Women hate inconsistent men. Okay,
Really do.
Do not take me on a date. Do not, start like let's not us, and then you disappear for weeks on end, and then you pop back up like, hey, haven't heard from you in a while, or hey, of course you haven't heard from me for a while because when I text you 4 weeks ago, you did not respond. That is the quickest way for me to delete your number. I do not do the back and forth. I do not do the 6 months, 2 months, and none of that. So shout out to you for knowing what you want and keeping it consistent. Because she would have deleted the hell out of your number. I can feel it. Yes.
You said I could feel it. Yes, I would
I already
have.
know, because I had, back in my day, I had a lot of people that deleted my number.
I don't think men get that. And men will then come at you, start like then the text become more aggressive. Like, you so rude you can't respond. Are you serious?
I had somebody actually approach me when we went out. I deleted his number, so I talked to him, just ghosted.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out kicking it with my friends, and we drinking and laughing and joking, and he walked up behind me and he was like, I've been texting you. Obviously, you got my number blocked. And I turned around like, are you serious?
Oh, sir, no. No.
And I was like, we don't do that. And he was like, we don't do what? I did. I texted you. I said, well, it didn't come through. I'm like, what do you
The
want
towers
from
were
me?
down. What do you want? Okay. Yeah.
No,
Just
I
that
didn't
men,
get
just
it.
stay consistent. Okay.
No, he was very consistent.
Good.
I think he was consistent from the beginning. Like,
Oh, wow.
from when
Okay.
he very first tried to talk to me.
Mhm.
It wasn't like that first no, like, well, forget it, whatever.
Mhm.
It was like, I'll give us some time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I see her again, I'm ask.
Right.
And if she say no, she say no. But he wasn't sweating me either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wasn't sweating me either. It wasn't like, man, come on, it wasn't like he was sweating me, but
Mhm.
it was like, okay, I haven't seen her in maybe 6 months, 7 months. Let me see where her headspace is now.
Got it.
Hey, would you, like to go out sometime?
Mhm.
No, I can't. And it'll be, okay.
Okay. Nice.
Gentlemen.
Greg has said Dave's right hand is active as fuck. Laughed out loud. Y'all don't want everyday communication. Y'all also don't want everyday communication.
That's not true. Tell Greg that the women that he talked to try to throw that, don't text me every morning. No. That means you're dating a child. As a woman, like she said, that if I know what I want, if we are communicating, if we are trying to get to dating, I do want constant communication because then that lets me know that you are just into me as I'm into you. So if you're dating a woman that hits you with the, I don't really like to be text or whatever every day, she playing games.
I do think at one point, when I was not living here, we did talk a lot. We talked like every day, and I felt like, well, maybe I'm taking up too much of his time.
Mhm.
So I proposed that we didn't talk at all for a day. I'm like,
Mhm.
well, let's not talk at all today. Maybe let's give each other a few days,
Mhm.
right? He waited the whole day, and then he texted me that night, or was it the next morning? And he was like, I don't like that. We're not doing that no more.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, right on it.
I'm like, it ain't even been 2 days yet. He's like, yeah, I don't like that. I need to talk to you every day. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I definitely think that when a man is interested in a woman, that whole day that's like, oh hell no.
What is she doing?
If you ain't talking to me, it's somebody else
Who
that's
else are
trying to
you
talk
talking
to, especially now with social
See,
media.
we
So.
gotta stop that train of thought too, because I could be at home reading.
I was like at
You
home
could.
chilling.
Yeah.
I was like candles.
Yeah.
I was chilling. I was
Yeah.
relaxing.
Yeah.
You know, I was like getting my man right and work and school. I was doing my
Yeah.
own little thing. I
See,
was
yeah.
You can do that once we get off the phone.
he like, yeah, we ain't doing that no more. I'm like, oh, okay.
I love it.
Yeah, you can do that later. You know, I mean,
No. Mm-mm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I knew that with Dave, you know, Dave is Dave don't even take selfies no more.
So don't. I take
doesn't.
some posting them. I take
He
them, bro.
takes them, but I just think he just don't be posting them.
Okay.
See, I ain't trying to.
He ain't trying to thirst trap
Right.
nobody.
Right.
He got what he wanted, ladies. He
Oh
cool.
wow.
He good.
Mm-mm.
I'm trying.
Well, with the
But I don't
doctor.
either though.
Oh, you don't?
I don't post selfies and stuff like I used to.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, when the doctor's in the building, we have to ring Dr. McDowell's call. You don't know how much I love Dr. McDowell. She is just,
She's an amazing
an
woman.
opposite side, like her openness about sex is like, yikes, I hate to talk about
It's
it.
great.
Right. It's
great.
amazing.
She's amazing.
I like it.
Yeah,
It's
she's
amazing.
Yeah, she is.
Because I used to be the girl in the room that they used to look like, could you not? Like, you're a whole girl. What? So what?
Mhm.
What y'all
Yeah.
afraid of?
Right, okay. Women also make up scenarios and moments in their heads that haven't happened.
Come on.
Men don't have gray areas, black and white.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I agree.
So agree.
Dr. McDowell. Dr. McDowell, we have to introduce you to Dr. Jones, so
Yes.
I will be calling
Yes,
you
yes,
or
yes.
Kim
That
real
would
soon.
be a awesome duo.
Oh,
we,
wow.
Yeah.
We thought so too.
Oh, wow.
That would be an
Yes.
awesome duo.
Yes,
The
yes,
fact
yes.
that I know both of them, that would be
Yes.
an awesome duo.
Yes.
You heard the cosign. That's why I cosign on the
So
show.
I think that you should be in the room too. You, Kim, Dr. McDowell, Dr. Jones, y'all make it happen. I'll come say hello and then leave. I'm just gonna be there for the picture. I just
He just said it. He just want to be in the picture.
I'll leave. So the fact that I don't see selfies from Dave anymore, I'm like, okay, this lady has really changed his life. And you know, because Dave had that selfie up, you know.
That's how I used to see
I
him.
actually got a picture of him taking a selfie, right? I should have posted but I'm extremely happy for you, brother. And you found the cancer, you found a great woman right here, Miss Keisha. And much success and
Yes.
black love
Thank
and
you.
love
Thank you.
and happiness.
And
for
congrats
you
again
all.
on 2 months.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes.
Thank you. I
Yes,
appreciate
yes,
it.
Yes, and all those children that you
Yes.
all got together and
Yes.
and make them happy and make them feel loved and make them talk to you.
Oh, we do.
You know,
Mhm.
keep
We
them
sit
off
down
their
and have
video
family
games.
meetings.
How old is the oldest?
13. He'll be 13 in November.
Oh, nice. Okay, got it.
Yeah. And I thank you all for getting here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been great. I knew you all had a great story. I knew it was going to be a great story. What
I
did you
agree.
think? What did you think about that, Kim?
No, I agree. I love them, and
Oh,
she's amazing. I really
Yeah.
do. I think a
What
lot
about
of.
me?
No, but I liked you in the beginning. Remember, I told you when you first came. I remembered what you specifically said about her, so that's why I was very excited to meet y'all. I think you hit on some great points. I think that when you see a couple this young that has been through the things that y'all have been through with exes and ex-husbands and stuff like that, and to still see the joy and the love, then you know it's real. So I'm a fan. Yeah, I can't wait to have them back. I think when we have our all married, people couple panel, they'll be on it.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate it.
And we're looking for the what is the KB vibe.
Yes, in January.
Yes.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah, we
Yes.
definitely. And I'm gonna hold you to that day.
Mhm.
Y'all definitely need to make it happen.
Yes, we will.
And whenever you all need, to use the platform, you all come here anytime.
Yes.
But thank you all and much love and respect.
I thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
It's
Great time.
been a
Thank you.
pleasure as always.
pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you all for tuning in, and make sure you all subscribe to Unapologetic on all social media platforms and all podcast
Yes.
platforms. We got some real good stuff out this season 5.
Yes. Great week.
Yes.
Yes. Great week.
And we got some good stuff coming up. For the actual and factual Kim Smith, safe travels back to Carbondale tonight.
Thank you.
And Greg Henson, who's been watching for the first time, Greg is actually scheduled to make his unapologetic debut on Sunday. So we'll see. Hopefully he
He out here this weekend?
no, it's via Zoom.
Via Zoom.
Via Zoom. I haven't been able to get Greg to the studio.
Man.
You know, so important, such an important person.
Bestie.
Yeah, so thank you all for watching. Follow us on all podcasts, subscribe, rate high, listen, and tell a friend, share. We out.
All right.
I'm gonna cut these off. Ooh, thank you all. Wow,
Oh, y'all got great.
Welcome.
that was a good time.
It was.
Time to go to sleep, man.
Ain't that true?
I'm gonna go play decent.